Brittney Griner is back in court tomorrow. Could you give us the latest on the department's involvement in her case and including any recent consular access?
So this is something that, as you've heard from us consistently, is an absolute priority for Secretary Blinken. It is an absolute priority for Ambassador Carstens, our special presidential envoy for hostage affairs, with whom Secretary Blinken meets regularly. We, just as we do with Paul Whelan, we are working around the clock, behind the scenes, quietly, to do everything we possibly can to see to it that Brittney Griner's ordeal, just as Paul Whelan's ordeal, is put to an end just as soon as can be possibly managed. It is not something that we talk about for obvious reasons. I've made the point before that in the weeks preceding the release of Trevor Reed, it is not something that we talked about in any detail, but that did not diminish the activity that was ongoing behind the scenes to see to it that Trevor Reed was brought home, and we are working constantly behind the scenes to see to it that Brittney Griner, Paul Whelan, and Americans who are unjustly detained around the world can be brought home. In terms of our embassy's involvement, as you know, they have carefully monitored her trial. Our charge was present at her last hearing. I have every expectation that the charge will be there at the next hearing tomorrow as well. Our charge and senior embassy officials have been able to speak to Brittney Griner in the context of those court appearances. In some cases, Brittney Griner has passed on specific messages. In one case, asking our charge to pass on her request that all of those here in this country who are whose attention is so trained on her case to keep the faith, and that is a message that we did in fact pass on publicly.